This is the plaintiff, Victor Romo. He says he purchased a bedroom dresser from the defendant, but the guy didn't give him all the parts and now got things useless to him. He scoured the internet for the missing pieces, couldn't find them, and he wants a refund in the amount of $1,093.20. That's what he's out. This is the defendant, Achal. He says the plaintiff hired some movers to pick the dresser up, and all he knows is he sold the guy a perfectly good, working dresser. Once the movers took it, it's out of his hands as to what happened to it. He's accused of dressing down a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says that he purchased a closed dresser from the defendant and it had all sorts of missing parts. But the defendant is saying, well, the plaintiff hired a mover and the mover is probably responsible. It's the case of dresser. He hardly knew her.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Romo, you are suing Mr. Achal for $193.20 that you have invested in a dresser that you bought from him, which according to you came in pieces and a piece of broken junk. How did you find the dresser?
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace. And how much was he asking?
Yeah. Well, the original price was $130, but he said he had multiple offers for $130, so I upped it to $135.
Really? Okay. And what kind of dresser was this, Mr. Achal?
It was a IKEA mom white color six drawer dresser.
You know, new that costs $150, right?
It costs $180 new, and then once you do tax and shipping and everything, it's over $200.
So go on, Mr. Romo.
Everything seemed fine on May 14th. I actually messaged him asking if he could not fully disassemble the dresser, because I've had some friends who said they've taken IKEA dressers apart and it kind of weakens the furniture a little bit.
Right.
So I was thinking maybe the gentleman could not have to fully disassemble it.
Okay, but you didn't go pick it up?
I unfortunately couldn't pick it up myself because I was actually helping my mother because my mom has just gotten off a knee surgery.
Okay, so who did you send to approve the condition of the item? Your movers?
I hired a mover.
How much did they charge you?
It was $62.
Okay, so let's add $135 and $62, and what do we get? $200, which is what the thing costs new. What's wrong with you?
Thing is, IKEA didn't have these in stock.
Oh, I know all about that. They don't have it in stock, but then they do if you wait. So you send movers for $60 to go pick it up, and what happens?
So they pick it up. The gentleman here sends me a photo of it taken apart. He sends me a picture also when it's in the mover's car, asks for payment. So I send the payment because I don't want to have to the movers are basically charging me like for the every minute that they're there picking up the stuff. Mm-hmm. So I send the money. The mover comes over. I help him unpack. I start going through the items and I'm noticing there's damaged pieces. So I reach out to the gentleman. I even show him some photos, and he says none of that damage has to do with him.
Okay. Let me hear from you, Mr. Achal.
Yeah, sure. I mean, on my end, it wasn't a damaged piece of furniture because I had recently got it from IKEA. And when we loaded the furniture on the truck, I also asked the movers to, check it completely, take photographs and send to Victor, whatever.
Well, did you take photographs of for example, one of the things he's complaining about is that you listed it as like new condition, and there's these kinds of scratches on the surface.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any of those. Because
you don't remember seeing it. That's not very comforting because one would remember seeing it if they had eyeballs. So when you say you don't remember seeing it, what do you mean?
I basically mean that those scratches are not from me because when I loaded the furniture on the truck, there were no damages, and I had sent 2 photographs to Victor. One when I was selling the furniture, and then second when I loaded it on the truck. So
I know, but when you load it on the truck, it's in a million pieces. So I don't know whether this piece is showing. I see the pieces of the drawer showing. So when the movers put it, who was the one taking pictures of it in the boxes in the movers van? Was that you, Mr. Achal?
I took one picture. I'm not sure if the movers took additional pictures and sent that to Victor separately. I'm not sure about that.
Did the movers send you pictures, Mr. Romo?
Mover sent me nothing, no.
So here's a picture of the dresser that you put online, and I mean, it certainly in this picture looks to be in really good condition, unless that item is covering the scratches. Did you mention in the advertisement that there were any scratches, or no?
No, it was like new. It was like new, and it's the exact. And I mean, I even have the items on the dresser with me right now to show that, hey, that is literally in my bedroom. I have all those items.
And it's not where the item is. Now that I look at it, now that I look at this picture where the scratches are, that's not where the item was covering, I don't think.
That's actually one of the drawers.
This is a drawer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that kind of makes that pretty clear then, because in this photo, the drawers are pretty pristine. There's nothing wrong with them, right?
I mean, it's hard to tell from the photo because it is taken from a distance.
It's not hard to tell. The only question is, do you have this photo in your phone, Mr. Achal?
Me or?
Mr. Achal?
Yes, I do.
Can you do me a favor? Can you show it to me up on the screen on your phone?
Sure. Okay.
Okay, now I want you to hit info, and I want to see the date the photo was taken.
May 10th.
Right. When did you put the ad up?
That same week, so maybe I can go back. Yeah, May 10th week. That's the week I was moving out. I can go back and try.
Mr. Romo, how are you going to prove your movers didn't just wreck everything?
If you look at some of the photos I've sent you, there are some little damages to some of the pieces.
Oh, absolutely there's damages. The problem is that you've had a third party intercede between you and the defendant. And did your mover say, hey, this thing is all wrecked? I mean, it comes, right. So maybe it wasn't. And then it comes to you and then it's wrecked. So maybe he's not responsible for the wreckage. Maybe your movers are responsible. How do you exclude that from the equation? You have to come in here and prove as a plaintiff that it is more likely than not that he's the one who did this. You have a burden of proof. I've even gone the extra mile, got off the bench, and made him show me the picture because I want to make sure it wasn't when he built it, right? I want to make sure this isn't like a picture from when he originally had it and it was pristine. Plus, why did you even need movers if it was going to be taken apart so much? Did you not have a vehicle to put it in? Because you could put that in the passenger seat. If you had a two-seater, you could.
I did not.
Yeah. All right.
I went back on Facebook Marketplace and I actually found another dresser, the exact same one that a lady was giving away. So I went and picked up parts for it.
Oh, okay.
The way you could take it apart, I could see how he could have damaged it when taking it apart. Because even I damaged a little bit when I was taking this other dresser apart.
Was it necessary to take? Oh, you did? Was it necessary, Mr. Achal, to take it apart in order to get it out the door?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, got it. Mr. Romo, at some point, you got to take a little responsibility for how poorly things go for you.
Have you looked at some of the other photos?
How are you going to prove that he gave it to you damaged as opposed to that your movers damaged it? How are you going to do that?
How are you going to prove that?
That could have happened when your guys were popping wheelies in their truck. I have no idea.
I seriously doubt that would happen in
I know, but see, I don't have to doubt. First of all, I don't, because the thing was all put together. Let's get a picture of that up here. So this is how the stuff was, right? Mr. Achal?
Yes.
That's how the stuff went. All right.
I don't have all of these pictures. These are not from me.
No.
Those are from me because he also did not include the screws that were needed.
This is how it came in these boxes in the back of this van.
You can already see some damage right there, miss.
Okay, it's Judge, not Miss, but that's the inside of a drawer? Yeah.
But that's not my...
No, that's not even the inside of a drawer. That's the inside of the side of the dresser.
And ma'am, this could well and be at Victor's place. This is not. I mean, I don't remember taking this picture myself at all.
No, you didn't take it, Mr. Achal. This is a picture that maybe his mover sent to him. Mr. Romo gave me this picture. And he circles this to show that there's a mark there. But I can't see from this picture what the mark is. But that is, you can't expect it to look brand new, like out of the box in IKEA. If he had to take it apart, that wood was touching the other wood was touching the other particle board, so I don't, this is on the inside. You're just not proving your case. You're a very impatient person. Your decisions end up costing you more in gasoline and movers than if you just waited for IKEA to restock. you're just unable to prove that Mr. Akal lied to you about the condition of it and sent it that way. You have no affidavits from your movers saying, oh, this was in this condition and this was in that. There's nothing. I'm ruling in favor of the defendant.
Dude, seriously, the picture in the truck is from Mr. Achua.
Well, the plaintiff has lost his case. He could not prove it. He didn't have evidence enough to prove what he was saying. So, Mr. Romo is a loser. Let's talk to him. What are you thinking?
I may have to take this guy to another court then.
Well, you can only sue once. This case is over now for you. All right, Mr. Achua, what do you think about the outcome of the case? I imagine you feel pretty relieved, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just pretty upset by the incorrect charges put on me, and grateful that the judge, gave an appropriate eventual ruling.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And that'll wrap it up for this case. Harvey?
Doug, I got to tell you, when you buy something like a dresser, any kind of used item, take pictures of the item and inspect it thoroughly before you buy it. I realize that a lot of times things get shipped to you and whatnot, but if you get something shipped to you and it's in a box, just take video of opening up the box and then inspecting the item, because if you don't open the box and you don't see it on camera, they're going to say, oh, you did it later. Do it so nobody can question whether it is intact or not.
If you were on death row, what would your very last meal be? Since this is fairly likely to happen, it's important that we get this out there now.
I think my last meal would be ribs.
Ugh.
Ribs from Houston that are smoked for, right?
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wish I'd thought of that. That's
Right.
like, they fall off the bone. They're
Right,
fantastic.
they fall off
they
the
cook
bone.
them for like 2 days.
Right, they cook it for 2 days. One day they
Oh
told
my
us the whole
God,
process.
right.
And yeah,
Right.
I think it would be ribs.
Those are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in a different direction here, okay? Eggplant parmesan with spaghetti, something like that. And
Really?
a nice red wine along. So yeah, I love that. It's like total comfort food for me.
Is it really? Because I've been married to you for 28 years and
Well,
we've
you
never
see me
cooked
order
that.
it, though, when we go out.
Yeah.
But dessert. What
Okay.
about dessert? What are you getting for dessert?
Something chocolate.
Okay. I'm going to go with cotton candy ice cream.
That's right.
From Cold Stone Creamery.
Which
okay?
your children,
Which is-
one of your
oh
children
my God.
buys it every birthday and every
year I
Father's
get like
Day.
a pint of it for, and I don't eat it all year until that day comes around.
And then you eat the entire thing in one
like
sitting.
I can eat a whole quart of it basically in a sitting. It is great stuff. So.